There are billions of stars in the night sky, trillions of planets out there. And yet, when we look up at the stars, we see nothing but complete silence. Where are the aliens? Are we really alone in this vast universe? This is the great filter. Let's start off with a little mystery. We know for a fact that there are billions of Earth-like planets out there in our galaxy, and even more if we expand beyond our solar system. There are even more moons, which could harbor life. At least some of these planets have water, maybe even more than water. Some of them might have oxygen. Some might have conditions suitable for life. So why don't we hear from them? Where are their radio signals? Why haven't they colonized other star systems? Why don't we see their spaceships in the sky? This is what scientists call the Fermi Paradox. It was named after the Italian physicist Enrico Fermi, who famously asked, "Where are they?" In reality, it isn't really a paradox because the conclusion we draw from it isn't actually paradoxical. All it states is that if the galaxy is full of life, why aren't we hearing from it? Fermi didn't mean to ask a philosophical question. He wanted to know why we hadn't heard from aliens yet. Despite the fact that the Milky Way galaxy is big enough to fit over 100 billion copies of Earth. With so much space and so many potentially habitable planets, it would seem that we ought to have seen signs of life by now. But where are they? Well, according to one very good scientific theory, the reason we haven't met aliens yet is that most of them are dead. And if we want to survive, we must make sure we don't join them. This is the scary theory about the Great Filter. So what exactly is the Great Filter? Well, to explain that, let's go back to the beginning. The universe began with the Big Bang 13.8 billion years ago. And we think life first began around a mere 10 billion years later. That's a whole lot of time, but it still wasn't very likely that life would begin so soon after the birth of the universe. If we replayed the Big Bang again, we have no guarantee that life would begin again. Even if it did, intelligent life seems even less likely. Most animals adapt to their environments and evolve into new species over millions of years. But intelligent life changes itself through technology, and that can take millions or even billions of years. Finally, civilizations that reach our level of technological advancement can wipe themselves out pretty easily. Just look at how close we came to wiping ourselves out during the Cold War, or how close they came in the movie Don't Look Up. Just kidding. They're not really that close, but some people were worried. So every time a civilization reaches a certain level of advancement, something happens that wipes them out. This could be a devastating war, a runaway climate catastrophe, or a non-aligned artificial intelligence that decides humans are redundant. Each of these things acts as a barrier to advancing a filter. A civilization has to get lucky to overcome each filter and reach the next stage of development. For example, a species might have evolved on a planet with lots of resources, so they never need to go looking elsewhere. Or they might live on a dying planet that forces them to travel among the stars. If they don't go looking for new planets and resources, they might not find any. This is just another filter they have to pass through. And that's why so few civilizations make it to our level of technological advancement. They don't make it past the filter. Now, there are two possibilities here. Either the filter is behind us, or it's ahead of us. Let's look at both scenarios. First off, let's assume that the filter is behind us. We've already passed it. This means that life beginning on planets like Earth is a rare occurrence. If it happened more often, there would be more of us out there. But we happen to be the lucky ones. This also means that intelligent life is rare, and long-lived civilizations are rarer still. If a civilization destroys itself through war or climate change or robots taking over, then intelligent life doesn't evolve into long-lived civilizations. But since we're watching this video, we obviously made it past those filters. We're one of the lucky ones. But if the filter is behind us, then that means that there's something coming up ahead that most civilizations don't make it past. So what is it? Well, there are plenty of theories. Many scientists believe that once a civilization becomes sufficiently advanced, it's easy to destroy the environment and commit irreversible damage. For example, if they strip mine asteroids or decimate nearby star systems for resources, they might cut themselves off from vital resources in the future. Perhaps the next filter is climate change. We can see how our own world is suffering from rising temperatures and a changing climate. Maybe there are worlds out there where the inhabitants caused a runaway greenhouse effect or destroyed the ozone layer and condemned themselves to a fiery death. After all, there are many signs that Earth's climate has changed drastically in the past, including several mass extinctions. These events filtered out entire branches of life from the tree of Eb. We might be able to avoid climate change ourselves, but there are other dangers. Maybe the real filter is the friends we made along the way. Maybe it's the machines. Artificial intelligence has already begun to automate many human jobs, and it's only going to become more advanced. Some experts believe that this is the next filter that civilizations will face. Let's hope they're wrong. It's hard to predict the future, but we know that humanity is capable of some terrible things. We've already come close to destroying ourselves multiple times. A future nuclear war could wipe us all out in an instant. And even if we don't blow ourselves up, we might blow up our atmosphere with pollution or deplete the Earth of its resources. We've even changed the chemical composition of the oceans. If we keep going like this, we might be the ones who succumb to the great filter. This is the pessimistic viewpoint, but it does have some merit. As Carl Sagan once said, we are a way of the stars, but we're not the only way. There are many paths to the stars in the universe. Some may be better than ours. Sagan was probably referring to more advanced alien civilizations. But what if he was actually talking about our own future? We are currently in the midst of the great filter. Like most paradoxes, this one doesn't have a clear solution. But if we can understand the possible outcomes, we might be able to prevent one of them from happening to us. Now, it's time to make a prediction. Do you think humanity will overcome the great filter? Or will we vanish like countless civilizations before us? Let us know in the comments section below. And while you're down there, be sure to leave a like. If you enjoyed this video, you'll definitely love our video on the heat death of the universe. Click here to watch it now. Thank you for watching. We'll see ya next time.